All right, hello and welcome to Online Geometry. This is Mr. Anderson, and I'm going to walk you through some of the basic things you need to know when you're starting out in geometry. So the first thing you need to do is click on your dashboard. You can navigate that through the Bloomington Public Schools page. After you've signed in, you'll find our course sitting right here. This is a trimester 1 course, but it would apply for any course that you're getting to for this math class. So the idea is you click on the dashboard, you go to your course, and when you click on your course here, you're going to find that once you get in here, oh, wait, it looks like it's not really saying new code. It looks like a Jefferson High School. And that's why you are cross-listed with another school that's Jefferson, but you'll find our school is right here through the New Code Academy. Now, if you look at the email I sent you, it'll take you directly to our homepage here that's nested here as well in the page that the Canvas icon is located to. So next thing is noticing what we got on here. We got your homework. When you're wondering what do we have going on in class, if you click on this link right here, it'll open up a new tab and show you the homework that we're doing each time. So today all we got is this about me as you click on that. Now it's also reminding me, I'm going to try to change this into my student so I can have you guys see how this all looks as a student perspective. Now the next thing is you'll notice we have an online calculator. This is very easy to work with as well. Whenever there are math problems that require some calculations, that is a great link to use. If you do want to use your own personal calculator, I would encourage you to use a Scientific or a TI-84 calculator. Next, as you try to join future math Google Meets, this link right here will open up the Google Meet link right there for you. And then lastly, new students. As if you were a new student coming to my class, I would ask you to go to this new student link here. But for right now, we'll keep on moving on. So what you'll notice also is we have a toolkits and notes video. Each chapter has notes that goes with it that we get to use during tests. That's this set of notes that you see here on the left-hand side. Right-hand side is support videos that go over topics that we'll be covering, even within our chapter 1, as you see right here on the right. That is a great place to go to when looking for things to review or learn for the first time that are going to be eventually assessed later at the end of the chapter. Next, our schedule. If you're ever wondering, like, when does this class actually meet? Well, on a regular 5-day week, when school exists for 5 days straight, you will find that we have a period 1 meeting from 8 to 8:30. Now, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. I try to keep it around a half an hour. Next thing is, you'll notice on Wednesdays, that's what we call our block days. A block day, you're only going to be visiting your first, third, and fifth hour class on Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, you visit your second, fourth, and sixth hour classes on that day when there is a full week of class. And then lastly, you'll notice that we meet at 8:30 to 9, which is a half hour later than what you notice here on the regular days. But if you're still confused and wondering, like, when are we actually going to meet? Here's my next best advice for you next. So if you scroll down, you'll notice that in this little window you see right here, you'll notice it says, hey, September 3rd, that's today, or whatever day you're starting out your first day with me. And you're going to go, wait, look at that. We have a meeting here at 8 a.m. So when I want that to happen, I will click on that right off the home page. And when I click on that, you'll notice that there's an actual window that pops up. Within this window is all the resources that are going to go with that day. Okay, now if that's hard to look at, you can also navigate to this same window over here from the calendar page right here. So if I click on calendar, and then you'll notice as I'm in here, those same things pop up here as well. So when I click on the actual Google Online Day 1, that's this right here, I can see more of the links. Now, if you ever miss a day, maybe this is the first time you're watching this now and you did not show up the very first day or whatever day you're now coming into class, I will link what we did in class virtually on this little link at the bottom of the page. So use this to go back to watch and see what did we actually do in class. That's a great place to go as well. Next, you can also notice that there are 3 different modes to see this in. So if you ever want to see like the different settings for how the month works, if you put it on month view, you'll see the whole overview of the entire trimester or this course. So that's where that is. So change the settings there. I think agenda is pretty nice. You'll also notice in the side hand panel here, there's a to-do list that eventually shows up on the home page when you get there. So if I go back to the home page right here, you'll notice on the right-hand side, there's some coming up things that are happening. And eventually, as assignments become due, you'll have those as well that pop up here. So there's a video you're going to notice that you're going to make that's about yourself. But we'll get into that more when I see you on the very first day of school, or whenever I see you in class. But if you're ever wondering, how do I get to class? You go to this New Code Academy link right here. This is where all of our resources are. I got you through most of it. If you are experiencing tech problems, click on this link right here that says Tech Help. There are people to help with that as well. Also down below, you'll notice that there is a Tech Help here as well. This link right here is a direct link to the people that will help you if your Chromebook is not working correctly. The next thing is to look at is course communication. How can you connect with me? Now, if you ever want to talk to me, the best advice I can give you is to use this Google Chat link right here. Google Chat allows you to just type in my name in the window when this pops up like this and just start sending a message. You'll get a faster response than if you send it by email, but that's another option you can do. As you see right here, email is another option you can choose to do as well. Next, how will I interact with you? Well, it says I will send you emails and Canvas messages when there's important information. So for example, if there's a pet fest or some other special schedule that day that might interfere with our normal meeting time of 8 or 8:30, then you'll want to make sure you check your information for those things. Also, when I'm sick or if there's a day that I need a substitute, you'll also get announcements on your Canvas page for those things. Lastly, how you can interact with us. When we're doing Google Meets, just making sure that you're sending messages. There's a message window on Google Meets that you can send. And Pear Deck sometimes is another means of communication that we do a lot of back and forth things with as well. That's a great place to go for those as well. So making sure you come to the meets, use your messages, use your microphone when needed and asked for, and then the Pear Deck when needed and asked for also. That's great ways to interact. So when you're offline, or not offline, but not during class, the Google Chat will be your best way to get a hold of me. Lastly, if you're experiencing any issues with a need for enrollment, possibly student support, and or academic volunteering, this is the actual principal that you want to make sure you're contacting when having big issues. And then if you're having any needs for tech problems or things that are not showing correctly on your page, I would use Amy Kindberger for that one there. So those are 4 good people you'll notice that are also on the bottom of our page. And lastly, if you want to know what is our calendar for the year and so on, this is a great place to go. It has all the days of when we're meeting for this course. So, and not just this course, but our weeks that are ahead. So you'll notice on the second week of school, hey, there's 5 days. That means there's a block day. That means we do not meet on that Thursday, the 11th. But again, when you're questioning events and when we actually have class and don't have class, again, you just go to our homepage, go to the new code page, and then finally, you'll notice that there is a schedule right here. It'll pop up for you of the day you actually sign in. So I haven't done anything yet. So my very first event now for me, since it's the first day of school for 2024-25, is this little link to my first meeting. So as you see these little things that have times in them, those are our, for this class, the meetings. Now, last thing, if you don't see anything on here, this is my last thing I want to tell you before we are finished here. To make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom. It's important that if you're doing online geometry with me, that you actually have the green check or the check box picked off. Because if those are not checked off and you go back to the top, you're going to notice that there are no events. So it's very important that if you don't see something on your screen, that you check off the marks for the calendar that you have of the class you're trying to see the information for. If they don't show up, they should automatically show up on this page, but if they don't, please make sure you check those off to make sure it is working. That's basically it. And I really hope you guys have a great start to your class with me, whether you're coming in after the school year starts or if you're just getting started for day 1 and getting ready for you guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, getting through a bunch of good and great information about geometry, and look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.